Hey everyone, welcome to JoJo's World.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Valentine, the other one of the co-hosts.
This is JoJo's World, our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion podcast, where today we are recapping and discussing the final 2 episodes /
OVAs?
original video animation. Is that what that means?
I guess
don't
so.
care.
That's what it means now.
Of Baccano, the show where a lot of stuff happens for no good reason. And I like it.
It's good times.
It's good Baccano, but the ending is kind of just a bunch of stuff happened and stuff will keep happening forever.
I mean, that's our lives.
Yeah, that's the point.
Maybe this
Carol.
is... Oh, I get it now. I was Carol all along.
Yeah, Claire Stanfield rips off his mask to reveal Carol.
Hey, did you know, Liam,
I didn't.
that this episode
Who's that, Liam?
is brought to you...
I just got hit on the head by a coconut. I got amnesia. Who's Liam?
You're Liam.
Oh my god.
You're Liam S. Smith, one of the co-hosts.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, would you believe that we have a Patreon? We have a new patron on the Patreon.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. I went there. And they're called Call Me K. Oh, wait, hang on. Is that a command? K. Their name is K because their name is Call Me K.
Call me Kay? I will. But don't call me maybe.
Oh, god damn it. You've ruined everything. I had
Good
this...
song, Carly Rae Jepsen.
I mean,
Top 10 hit of my life.
Is that also one of her songs?
No, that's just a fact about that song.
That sounds like it could be one of her songs, though. Top 10 something of my life. I've already forgotten what it was. Hit of my
Nick,
life?
you're not a pop star.
I'm not a pop star.
With that attitude, you never will be. Never let me put you down like that. That was a trap, and that was a trick and a test, and you failed both of them.
Wait a minute, that just sounds like an insult.
It was also a trap.
It was a
And
trick.
the trap, my friend, has been sprung.
Thanks, Call Me K.
Thanks, Call Me Kay, for
helping me get-
your Patreon support.
For having me get tricked, trapped, and sprung. And also trounced
When a girl walks in,
with an itty bitty K.
nah,
Nah, it's not going to work. But you know what? You're all right, K.
you're all right by me.
Now-
You get to live.
Now, before we proceed any further,
Before we proceed, weird energy in the room today.
You told me-
Before we proceed any further, Nick has a test and a trap for me.
you said you had a theory of liking things.
So we were bantering just pre-record, and I mentioned to Nick that yesterday I came up with what did I call it? The Liam S. Smith theory of liking things.
Yeah, as you posited, it was liking shit. But we'll go with liking
And
things
I think
for academia.
I think this long-term listeners will see that this bears out many of my opinions about basically everything we've discussed on this show.
Ever. Even I was impressed at how accurate this was.
So the Liam S. Smith theory of liking things, particularly with regards to fictional media, posits that any piece of media can be enjoyed if examined through enough layers of either irony or lit crit bullshit.
Truly, I was impressed at this thought. This theory holds fucking water.
Now, I haven't decided yet if the irony and the lit crit bullshit are mutually exclusive or not. If it's a spectrum or if it's like a Venn diagram.
If it's like both overlap too much, does it become like a, nah.
Then we get a fiction singularity and the universe collapses within my own brain.
But can you enjoy both ironically and through lit crit bullshit? Is that
I
possible?
just asked you that.
But no, I mean like,
I just said I hadn't decided.
but is that even possible as a thing? Like not even in the Liam S. Smith theory, because you could, in theory, have both overlapping. But I want to know, by human standards, can you enjoy it ironically and through lit crit?
I don't know. That's what I was saying. I don't know.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought it was just for you.
No. So what's a good example? Okay.
Death Stranding.
I mean, Death Stranding is just good, first of all.
But why do you like it? Themes?
Themes, gameplay.
Okay, yeah.
Death Stranding is a bad example because I just flat out like Death Stranding.
Yeah, okay.
But let's talk about, say, something that I don't like on its face, but can contort myself sufficiently to see the value in. I'm talking about, of course, the Michael Bay Transformers movies.
Yeah, okay. Are we talking irony or lit crit, though? Because either
I'm
way...
talking lit crit in this particular instance because you
Excellent.
watch the Michael Bay Transformers movies and they are
Bad, yep.
and they are glorifying the American imperialism and the military-industrial complex. But then you watch it and you apply a few layers of bullshit, and you see that, oh yes, Optimus Prime is actually the bad guy. And every time the human military are attempting to do something in this movie, they are either evil or they fail. And you're like, yes, lit crit, this is good.
Ah, okay, all right. Can you also enjoy it ironically on any level?
I mean, I haven't.
So
to date.
Okay, so already mutually exclusive.
I think
okay.
I kind of like the Gen 1 Transformers cartoon in an ironic sense.
Okay, all right.
Because it's like a bad toy commercial, but there's some joy to be found there.
Yeah. Would you apply lit crit to it?
No. It's devoid of substance.
Already, this is holding weight to mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
If ever the two overlap, I'm curious. What's another good example here? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We just enjoy unironically.
Well, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is beyond irony.
It's like so many levels of I don't know what I.
If you're coming at JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with an air of irony, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
It defies cynicism like water on a duck.
You just watch it, you go,
It's just joy.
it's just amazing.
Nick,
Yes.
Baccano.
What about it?
The final 2 episodes
What about them?
were
Yes.
bad? No.
No, that's not quite right.
Not quite accurate.
They were so the first, second, final episode.
I just want to clarify on the theorem that it doesn't mean that I think I enjoy everything, but it means that myself and other people who may choose to apply it have the capacity within themselves to enjoy everything.
So this is like a self-development.
It's an ethos.
Yeah, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
anything can be good if you force yourself.
ooh, Liam
Baccano.
So, okay, I reckon second last episode, it was fine.
Interesting stuff.
Some things happened and it was like, oh.
Some stuff that I think maybe should have been in the main thrust of episodes.
Yeah. And then the last episode was, well,
let's wrap it all up.
let's not wrap it all up because it's always going
Okay,
forever.
they did tie up some loose ends, but then they sort of, you know how when you tie a shoelace knot and then you pull on the thread and it all comes apart?
Oh.
Then they did that.
Oh, you sneaky little fucking Baccano bastard.
Baccano. Episode 15. The juvenile delinquents who arrived at the upscale residential district are still the same as always. Lad's friend, Graham Spector, kidnaps Shanae, now a member of Jacuzzi's gang. The gang sets off to rescue her, with Claire in hot pursuit.
Ah, that was a spoiler.
That's kind of the point of a synopsis.
Giving you spoilers.
Nick, I have some trivia on Claire Stanfield.
Hit me with some trivia.
I ever since I remembered who Claire was, way back in like episode 3, this phrase has been rumbling around in my brain, but I haven't felt like I've been able to share it.
Okay.
Ryogo Narita has said that Claire is the most popular character in his franchise.
Understandably.
But he has no intention of making him the main character, as he feels the story would move too fast without any plot or action.
Okay. Go
Any
on.
plot or action.
None of those, yeah.
But he has also called Claire Baccano's #1 problem child. And that's the phrase that stuck with me.
Baccano's #1 problem child.
Yes.
Now, I'm curious what he means by that.
He's just a big problem and he comes in and he makes issues.
But, like, in universe, or also, people like him too much, and I have to keep bringing him in for popularity
I think
reasons.
in universe.
Okay.
Like,
Alright.
everywhere he goes, there's trouble.
There's always trouble, though.
trouble.
It's always a Baccano.
There be trouble.
There's trouble in those Stanfields.
As a child, Claire's role model was Peter Pan. The narrative also draws parallels between Peter and Claire, who has bem described at least once as an adult who had never grown up.
Ever in the anime, or?
In a metaphorical sense.
Oh.
No, as opposed to Cheslaw, who is a child who will never grow up.
Yes. Well, no, he's a fully grown adult who...
Well, no, he's not fully grown. Pointedly, he's not fully grown.
Yeah, that's... Never mind then, yep. He's the man who grew up but who didn't grow up. He kind of grew. He just grew.
It's arrested development.
Just the little ukulele starts playing. This is the story about the child who never grew up, but he did grow up, and that's why we're looking at him now.
Cheslaw says, I'm going to use my immortality to scare the rail tracer. It'll work.
But it
Narrator, it didn't.
it didn't. Cheslaw was tortured for many hours on end. Oh man, we should do some Arrested Development.
Nah.
Okay then. Damn.
We open in the past.
The past?
1926.
That's
a
fucking
year
ages ago.
we have never seen before.
Okay.
Niece Holystone is like, you want to know how I got these scars?
Yeah?
Right, she's in her backyard.
Okay, she's in her backyard.
Building bombs.
Building bombs.
Playing with chemistry.
Ooh.
She's a young girl. She's wearing overalls.
Oh, of course she is.
And she blows up half her face and she's screaming a lot and rolling on the ground covered in burns.
When this happened...
And that's how that happened.
When this happened, I was worried that people would walk in my room and go, hey, why are you listening to some child screaming at the top of her lungs?
And now you know the rest of the story.
How'd she get the eye missing? She fucking blew it up.
Yep. And then in 1931, post-train, Jacuzzi is recovering from his wounds in the Genoa's mansion. Still not entirely sure how
That happened.
they hooked up with the Genoa's.
I mean, it was all just a fun time. Isaac and Maria met up with them. They're like, hey, we got a good crib for you.
I guess.
Maybe.
And niece is watching him pensively at his bedside. Oh, what you thinking about? Nothing. Just thinking about how I blew up half my body.
Aww.
And then Nick
Yeah.
and another guy that we don't know come in and are like, hey, we sold all the explosives we stole from the train to some Hollywood special effects guy for like 5,000 clams.
Oh, that's really high.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure in the dub it was like...
5,000 and
5,000.
in the subs 100,000.
No. In the sub, it's like, we sold for like 200? Oh yeah, 100,000.
Yep.
Never mind.
But then they also sold the empty hand grenades for 200 apiece.
Ah, that's what it was.
Now, I think, just with my knowledge of the tangled web that is Baccano, they've stolen the explosives that Cheslaw was coming to New York to sell.
Yep.
But of course, that selling was just a ruse so he could get close to and eat Miser, I think.
And blow up the train.
No.
I thought Cheslaw was going to blow
No,
up.
Cheslaw wanted to sell the bombs.
Right. But he didn't.
No, because they
Excellent.
stole them.
Excellent. And his cynicism was also stolen
By Isaac and Maria.
by Isaac and Maria.
We
And now-
stole the blackened heart of a child, Maria.
Dun, 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 dun.
We also found a woman floating in the river.
Who's she?
It's Shanae Laforet.
Whoa, everyone knows who that is.
The woman in the black dress. Well, bring her in.
And so she gets brought in, and they're all like,
Hi, I'm Jacuzzi Splot. What's your name? I don't talk.
oh, that's fine, that's fine. I didn't mean to imply anything.
Time passes, and Shanae is keeping watch by Jacuzzi's bedside. And he comes back in and he's like, they still won't let me leave the hospital.
And Shanae's all like, no, she doesn't do that. What are you doing?
I see you're reading the newspaper. I'm not very interested in newspapers, but I don't mean to imply that you're weird for liking newspapers. And that conversation goes like that for a while.
And Shanae's all like, no, she's not. You're ruining the
It's an
show.
audio medium, Nick. I need to fill the dead air or I'll just delete it in my non-listen edit pass.
No, that's part of the comedic timing.
I routinely destroy the comedic
Oh,
time.
no.
No, it's fine. I recreate
All
it.
these years of jokes.
Oh, you're reading about Huey Laforet. Your last name's Laforet too, isn't it?
And Shanae responds with a nod.
This is like the least cryy we have ever heard him.
Jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's like trying
He's
desperately not
mellow
to cry.
because he said he wouldn't cry anymore.
But he still does.
Yeah.
He definitely still does.
Are you related to Huey? And she gets angry. No, I don't mean to say so, but it's
Harumph!
Yeah.
As she walks off.
And then she's thinking in her brain. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. She is writing on a pad and
you
reading
go.
it, and Jacuzzi's reading it. He's my father. I am one of the terrorists who attacked the train. I know.
Weird that she would think I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm not going to turn you in because we stole some shit from the train too. So, a lot of good euphemisms for the cops in this episode. Someone refers to them as the hammer and tongs later.
The hammer and tongs.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's like almost Cockney rhyming slang-esque,
But it's like...
but it's not,
yeah, it's very Chicago, like gangster.
I guess.
Yeah. Not that we know, living in Australia.
You seem like a good person for some reason, I think that.
Yeah. Why
And
does
then-
Jacuzzi think that?
And then she writes something, puts it face down on the bed and gets up and leaves, and he reads it and she's written, I just don't understand you people at all.
And Jacuzzi's like, why doesn't she understand me? I'm easy to get.
Yeah.
I'm an easygoing
Maybe
guy.
she means niece and Donnie. They're weird. Rachel and Cheslaw are talking in a little side alley.
So that should get you up to speed, little girl.
Now you know the rest of the story.
And Rachel's all like, yeah, thanks. That sounds pretty good to me.
Hey, let me show you something. And he takes her into another little side alley and cuts his wrist and it heals up.
And Rachel's all like, oh my god, it is real.
It is real.
It's real.
Hey, you might find it weird, like, even though I'm older than you, but talk to me like I'm a child. It just works.
Okay.
That's what really gets me off.
Look, I know you're not into this sort of thing, but...
So then they're just standing there and talking, and then just fucking Claire Stanfield, the rail tracer, wanders and is like, oh, it's you guys.
Hey.
I was going to go hang out with Firo, but he's busy, so you want to hang out with me? I promise I won't kill you all again.
And Cheslaw is just like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And we're like, Cheslaw, don't you know who it is? And Claire Stanfield's all like, hey, let's have a chat.
We'll come back to them next episode.
Yep, that is literally not settled on in this episode at all. Yep, next one.
Jacuzzi's gang, not Jacuzzi, but Niece, Nick, the two people whose names I don't know, but they were the cook and the bartender on the train. One's Chinese, one's Irish.
Yep.
In one of the stately appointed bedrooms of the Genoard mansion, being like, can we trust this Shanae Laforet? Yeah, she's fine.
I mean, that was easily
That's
sorted.
how it goes. And then she comes in, and it's like, oh, Shanae, someone sent you this beautiful white dress.
Oh, I wonder who it could be from.
Why don't you put it on now? Awkward silence, and Niece, like, taps the box on her thigh a couple of times, and all the boys are like, oh yeah, we need to leave the room.
Oh, right. Etiquette. It's the 30s.
So then we get a brief cut of all the boys in the hallway just sitting around, and some child just wanders into the hallway and goes, hi! And then we just cut away.
We will come back to that child later.
And I still don't understand who they are or why they're here.
They're the child. They're the most important character in this episode.
You know, the child.
Yeah, the child.
It's a beautiful white dress, but it's got some leather straps for which to hide knives in.
Ah.
Because Claire is a psychopath.
Oh, I get
And
it.
Shanae probably is too.
Yeah, so Shanae has the dress on. Niece is all like,
It's beautiful.
That's a beautiful
A
dress.
white dress.
Who could it be from? A lover, maybe?
Mayhaps.
And Shanae's all like, why did he send me this dress?
Yes, she is doing her French internal monologue. It's all very Amelie.
Why did he send me this
And with the
dress?
soft piano of Baccano playing, it does take on a very sort of like,
Depressing.
I was going to say like, depressing French black and white B-movie quality.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
this is the first time someone has shown me affection.
I did not realize that I could actually walk away from the microwave while it was on.
What is
And
this?
now all these years have been wasted.
Father used to make me dresses when I was young. How should I feel from receiving a dress from a man who is not my father? Will he be my new father?
Ew.
Flashbacks to fighting Lad on top of the train. I do not know why he said such beautiful things to me. Does he love me? Could anyone love me? I am Shanae Laforet.
I've probably been abused as a child.
My dad is kind of a weird, immortal psychopath.
Hey, look at me, I'm not immortal.
Sorry, French people.
Anyone that's French that's listening to this be like, you guys disgust me. Sorry, you guys disgust me.
Shout air.
There it is. There it is.
Shanae.
We've lost all of our French listeners.
It's Chanae. Say it right.
I will not. It is pronounced Shanae.
I am not some clumsy Clouseau-esque alchemist. What is that?
That's him falling
sound
over
of-
his words.
Okay. Hey, Shanae, how about you go outside for a while? And then she does.
So she's all like,
Goes for a walk.
tippy tippy tap,
Wearing
go
the
her
dress.
feet.
She
Yep.
puts on a big stole.
And out she goes through the front door.
And Graham Spector and friend are watching. And it's like, that must be Eve Genoard. Graham talks for a long time about boredom. I'm not gonna...
Let's just say he's all like, oh my god, waiting is so tedious.
I don't think I like Graham very much. He talks too much, and it's not even good talking like what Lad did.
Yeah, Lad's all like, here's my philosophy, by the way, I'm a crazy
And
person.
Graham was like, life is just a story, and stories can be good and bad, but this story is interesting. But no, it's not. It's a story.
He does just fall back on himself a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, he's here currently being like, tedium is the worst. Tedium's boring. I want to kill you. So
It
he
is in the
grabs a
moments
guy.
of tedium in which we hate ourselves. Oh, look, something interesting is happening. It sure is nice we had that moment of tedium for which to inspire the
absolute-
climaxes of life.
That build-up really paid off, huh? And we're like, just get
God,
on
it's
with
like listening to a JoJo's World episode.
it. You know, Yeah. You know, Liam, I sure do enjoy this one bit in the show.
I don't. I find it boring, but I enjoy the contrast it gives to the other subsequent, more interesting bits.
Wow, wasn't that tedium worth it?
Nick and two children we've never seen are following Shanae, and the children are just saying hi.
Literally saying hi, and then hi back, and then hi, and then hi back.
One of them, by her manner of dress, I assume is Chinese, and the other, from his manner of dress, I assume is white.
Wow.
Now you know.
You could just look at them and be all like, they're children.
They're children.
And maybe they're playing dress up.
Don't know why they live at Genoward Mansion.
They're probably servants.
Wow, Nick.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's the 30s.
Graham Spector comes out of the car and is like, this is a sad story. And then he talks for like 15 minutes and then he kidnaps Shanae off screen.
Yeah, I think he's like, well, let's grab this dame. By the way, what am I? Who am I? Should I be doing this?
Am I the protagonist? Or
Baccano.
Yep. Jacuzzi, Shanae's been kidnapped and we got this note about Jacuzzi Splot and friends bring all the money to the warehouse and come alone.
Whoa, hang on a minute. Let's have a read of that note. Tink. Come alone. Ah, they want me to come alone.
What is your voice? What does your Jacuzzi remind me of?
Oh, hey, it's
No,
me.
no. Like obviously there's that, but it sounds very much.
Jacuzzi?
No.
Oh,
It's,
is this the voice of someone that's on a show?
yeah.
On a TV show?
Yeah.
Not a movie.
I don't know, man. What do you want from me? I can't remember it.
The specific name of the character that you're thinking of.
That's
That's
not
the
gonna
one
happen.
thing I wanted
It's
here.
gone.
Jacuzzi Splat. They want me to get the money, but I don't have the money.
They think they've kidnapped Eve, those idiots.
They want us to bring $1 million.
And Jacuzzi is getting out of bed and getting dressed and becoming much larger as he does so because of a trick of perspective.
Ah. And so
see,
he's really struggling to walk because
These
he's
are
taken
small,
injuries.
these are far away.
So he's really struggling to walk, really struggling to get his crutches.
Wow, boss, you're really gonna do this even for a woman we barely know?
I gotta do it.
She's one of us now. She got pulled out of the river just like you, Nick.
Don't you get it, Nick? Once in the river, always in the river. Get your swimming pants, boys. I don't understand this metaphor, boss. Neither do I, but I gotta do the right thing and I'm not crying.
In the warehouse, Graham has kidnapped Shanae and is talking.
Hey, lovely dame.
She's so scared she won't say anything.
Do you want to play around with this giant wrench I got?
And he's tossing it. Do you want to talk about happiness and sadness and stories with me for like half an hour?
To be fair, this has one of the best bits in the entire show.
Oh, yeah?
He's talking, doing monologue. He throws up his thing, he catches it. He throws up his thing, he catches it. Does a bit more monologue. Walks over, like, nearby. We get a top shot where the roof is covering, where he throws up his wrench and he holds up his arm saying, boy, oh boy, you know, sometimes stories really can be amazing.
Nick is holding both his arms up.
And then you wait a bit, the wrench still hasn't come down, and then it comes into his hands like, catch!
Yeah, he says catch. I like that.
So
Good
good.
flourish. Graham Spector's finest hour.
The funny thing is, it takes so long for that moment to happen where he's like, whoomph. And let me just tell you a thing, raise arms. Stories can have so many meanings. They can be anything you want them to be.
Catch.
Catch! It's just like, what?
Shanae pulls a knife on Graham and he's got his big wrench.
Why, you're a lovely lady, but you ain't no ordinary lady, are you?
Surprise.
Well, I guess you'll try anything on me, won't you? Not throw knife.
Thoughts on the fight Corey in both this episode and the subsequent one is that the very first thing that happens is an ultimate symbol of how the fight is going to go.
Uh-huh.
Very first thing that happens in this one is Shanae lunges with her knife, which is caught in the clench of the
wrench.
spanner,
Yep.
thereby symbolizing how she cannot defeat him,
Uh-huh.
even though she probably would have.
God, the lit
But
crit
within the
bullshit is
story,
Yep.
it will not happen.
Okay.
Wow, you're really beyond a mere amateur. I'm quite interested in you. You're so cool and interesting. I'm getting so excited. I wouldn't be surprised if you're an alien from Mars. Why don't you grow 8 arms and fight me now?
I didn't get... What Martians have 8 arms?
Who cares, Nick? Martians are made up.
Well, no, hang on. Martians are clearly well-defined thanks to Looney Tunes, okay?
Oh, Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin Martian Man. What's his name?
Marvin the Martian.
Is it just Marvin the Martian? Oh, I thought it was... Oh, I'm thinking of Martian Manhunter from Marvel Comics.
Ah.
Who I believe is a Martian.
Jor-El. That's going to make someone angry.
Oh, no. someone comes back, it's like, it's Zod, you bastards.
It's not. It's not.
At Liam, it's Zod, you bastard.
Yeah, not at my Twitter handle, just at Liam.
Yeah, just post us a letter at
No.
123 Post Mary Lane, Happywood.
I'm Jacuzzi, please stop fighting.
Hey, who's this young voice coming from out of nowhere?
It's me, Jacuzzi, please stop fighting.
Why, I'm Graham. I love to fight. I can fight all day.
No, but I came alone and I'm the money.
Wait a minute. He did come alone. And he does have the money.
No, I don't.
Oh, he has the money.
I am the money.
You are the money?
I've got this big bounty on my head from the Russo crime family of Chicago. So if you let her go, I'll let you turn me in.
My God, this really is a happy, sad story,
Graham
boys.
is quite touched by this. He's like, wow, you've really impressed me, Jacuzzi Splot. I respect you. But do I want to keep fighting her instead? I am frustratingly indecisive.
I don't know what I want in this world. Or what I want to be. But you know what I do like? Long, tedious monologues. Let me tell you a story.
Flashback. Not to Graham telling a story, but to young niece being sad about her disfigurement.
Her giant gone eye hole, her huge burn scars,
it's-
and her decision to lie alone in a bed.
It's the dead of night, and she gets out of bed and looks at herself in the mirror and starts to cry. But then there is a rapping upon her chamber door. No, upon the window.
Yeah, upon the window, definitely.
Yep.
The chamber door is firmly shut.
Nevermore.
It's
Jacuzzi.
A very young Jacuzzi, one whose voice is yet to break.
Niece, open up, niece.
No, I don't want to.
I'm hideous. Do not look at me.
It is me, young niece. No, I shan't open the door. You cannot make me, young Jacuzzi.
Open up.
No, I've told you once before.
And
I
she
cannot
opens
open.
up. And he's got the tattoo on his face. And she's like, Jacuzzi, why did you give yourself such a horrible tattoo?
It's more like, Jacuzzi, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why did you do this?
See, now my face is also awful.
See, now we can both be horribly disfigured together.
So as long as we're together, it's okay.
What a great message to send the kids of, now my face will stand out as well.
And it looks like she's crying, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was just trying to do something nice. And he starts crying because he's Jacuzzi.
Yeah.
But then it's like close up on her obscured face, and she's happy.
Yep, tears of joy.
Yep.
It's a touching
I
moment.
feel like this is something that should have been in the main thrust of the show, because it's kind of an important underpinning of their relationship.
Yeah, you'd think that.
And I do.
But it's a Baccano. You know, it's such a Baccano.
You might think that, and I do.
Liam S. Smith, 2020.
Then we're back in the when
Present.
she's trying on the dress. That's the kind of guy Jacuzzi is. He thinks he puts the well-being of others before himself.
And then Shanae, looking deeply concerned, is like,
Jacuzzi.
no, she doesn't say that. She's Shanae LaFerrage.
Sorry, in her internal monologue. Jacuzzi.
Thank you. Even if you said, and Shanae says, yes, it is me, I would be like, yes, French accent, much better.
Graham is still talking.
Yes, it's me, Graham the monologue man. I have a wrench.
He's having fun fighting, but also touched by Jacuzzi. What should I do? What would you do?
I think I'm gonna keep on fighting.
But he never gets to make his fateful decision because Niece blows up the door of the warehouse.
Niece, but I thought Jacuzzi came alone.
Don't understand what you're doing here.
This is me feigning shock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then Nick is like, Niece, why did you blow up the wall of the warehouse? The door's wide open.
I just like blowing shit up.
Yeah, I like blowing shit up. What's wrong with you?
Come on, you know this.
Yeah,
You've
you
been
know-
around
you
the
saw
boss
me on
long
the
enough.
train.
Come on now. Didn't you see I pulled that bomb out of my eye? That comes from a deep love of bombs.
Hey, I told you to come alone. I did. I came alone. And I came alone from Mexico. And I came here by myself too.
And I also came here alone.
And I'm Spartacus.
I love that there's a bit where they all have a bit that's like, yeah, so did I, so did I, so did I.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them is like, and indeed I also came alone.
I don't really fit in, but I did come here alone. I'm not with them, you see.
And then it's like, hang on, one of these people isn't like the others. And I went, no shit, that one guy was like, indeed, so did I.
But no, in fact, Claire has picked out the unfamiliar voice of Claire Stanfield, aka...
Claire has picked out Claire?
Sorry, Jacuzzi has.
Thank you.
Picked out the unfamiliar voice of Claire Stanfield, aka Vino, aka the Rail Tracer, aka, according to his Baccano wiki page, Felix Walken, a name that never comes up in the show, but
Nope.
must come up within the books.
Well, okay, sure. Maybe it's his new name.
I guess so. He could say he was looking for one in the next episode.
Yeah, he was tired of his current name.
Wow, Jacuzzi, you're quite talented to be able to pick out my voice from the voice of all your friends.
Indeed, I am.
I'm Claire Stanfield. I'm here for the girl. Goyle.
The
The gargoyle.
The girl. I'm here for the girl.
I got business with her, and he's talking to her, and Graham is trying to like edge his way into the conversation, but Claire just keeps like with his back turned to him, pushing him away.
Just stopping him from starting a monologue.
I'm here to confess my love to you. Because, you know, I think I'm the most important person in the world, so it doesn't really matter to me that you've kind of got your own situation going on here.
Look, and then blocks Graham.
Yeah.
I think we got something special going on.
Yeah.
And then Graham's about to do something and he holds up both arms so he can't get past.
Yeah.
We're meant for each other.
I'm in love with you, but I'm not really good at using fancy words, so you want to get married? And she draws a knife.
And he's all like,
No,
I guess
it's cool, I promise. And at this point, Graham is like collapsed on the ground with his head in his hands.
being like, I don't know how to take this.
No one's paying attention to me.
Why can't I do my monologue? Is this a story that I can allow to pass? Is this a story that has a good and bad? Is this even a story anymore? This seems like such a hot mess.
I wonder why these people go to such lengths for me, for I have low self-esteem on account of my father being kind of a monster. Not as much of a monster as Cheslaw's father, but still kind of a monster.
Yes, that character I have met.
Why does this man love me?
Does he love me?
No one has told me they love me before. Not even my father. My Faja. I love gold. I'm Claire. I'm Shane Laforet. I love gold.
Please, do not buy me a shitty white dress. Buy me a gold dress.
Gold member.
Anyway, there's a lot of talking.
I
from
can't
Graham.
comprehend why no one's paying attention to... I'm just doing the same voice for everyone now.
Yeah, but they all have Chicago
Graham, yeah.
accents. So Graham's all like, I don't get this. Why aren't we doing the story?
Someone fight me. And Claire's like, all right, I'll fight you.
And he's like, wait, you're gonna fight me? It's like, yeah, if you
sure.
want to fight the girl, then you gotta fight me first.
You're so arrogant. The only person I know who's that arrogant is Lad Russo. Oh yeah, I threw him off a train. Well, this is interesting.
Says Graham,
Yep.
still reeling from the concept of not doing an entire monologue.
Having a regular conversation.
Oh my god.
Claire Stanfield has such power within the Baccano universe that he twists the dramatic personae of larger-than-life characters such that they must have regular conversations with him.
Terrible. Absolutely awful.
No one should know that Lad was thrown off the train other than us. It must be true.
Yep.
Yep, and then he throws the wrench and cliffhanger.
But that can't be the end of the episode.
It is.
My god. So then what's the next episode?
Well, we spent a long time with Nicholas and and Elian and the director of the Daily Days recapping the incident.
Oh my god. The incident.
All the passengers have been paid off. Large sums of money have been traced back to Senator Berium and the Nebula Corporation, implying they might have masterminded this whole incident.
Are you saying this was some sort of setup?
Oh my god.
It couldn't possibly be.
And also, unconfirmed reports that Senator Berium visited Huey Laforet, which of course we saw a few episodes ago.
So you're saying this could be part of some kind of game?
Conspiracy.
Oh. I was going to say a video game, but those
Why?
don't exist.
Why were you going to say a video
Those don't
game?
exist yet. Because it's like two players pitted against one another.
There are so many other things that are two players pitted against one another.
Like what?
Like chess.
the fuck is chess?
Hate you.
The only chess I know is Chess Ultra.
Chess
on
is, of
Steam.
course, the fictional game that features in the hit Netflix show Queen's Gambit, which I have not watched.
Neither have I. I assume it's pretty alright.
People seem to be talking about it. I was listening to, of course, mainstay reference of the last few episodes, Trash Future, where they were doing an episode on Netflix and the sort of immoral capitalism behind that.
Sure.
And which one of the driving philosophies of recent Netflix decisions, which of course they communicate to their shareholders, etc.,
Yeah.
is that they don't actually need to make good or great artistic product.
Correct.
Because they will rely on the algorithm to expose it to sufficient people that they can artificially create hits.
Yes. Yes.
Love to create culture by algorithm.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's what you would already do. You'd be like, I don't like that, and then move on, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
So you're just doing an algorithm in your head, but now someone else is doing the algorithm elsewhere, and you can still make the choice, right?
No, you have the illusion of choice.
No, but then you just look for other stuff, right?
But it's, it's what is visible versus what is buried,
It's true. It's true. But it's still there.
Decreasingly so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, good times with Netflix.
yep.
Yep.
What do you guys know about Immortals, huh? Says Nick. Oh, something to do with Vino. And for the first time, we see Nicholas get quite scared at the mention of Vino.
He's like, oh, fuck.
We'll find out why later this episode.
What was the Vino incident? Who was behind it? Why is Vino on Nick's radar? Yeah. Or should I say Nicholas's radar?
Meanwhile, yes, very annoying that there's a Nick and a Nicholas in this show.
At least they're clearly demarcated.
They both have blonde hair. In Lad Russo's jail cell.
Very opulent.
Yeah, quite well appointed. He's got bed sheets and everything.
Yep.
Lad has insisted that all his murders are in self-defense, and he's quite downcast and depressed looking in jail. Probably because he can't talk a lot and kill a lot.
Yeah.
The two things he likes.
Such a shame. Such a shame. And he asks someone about Huey. Yeah.
Which prison is Huey Laferret going to? Oh, maybe Alcatraz?
And Huey's all like, thanks for letting me know.
Lad.
Sorry, Lad. Lad's all like, thanks for
buddy.
letting me know. Yeah, that's good information to have, yeah.
And the newspaper boys continue recapping that Jacuzzi and gang are staying with the Genoards, as we found out last episode.
They're doing their whole domino thing.
Yep. Jacuzzi was in trouble with Graham Spector. His injuries are worsened, but he's fine.
I wouldn't say fine.
And, okay, we have arrived at maybe the most egregious flaw of these subtitles, as they are like, well, what about the Genoards? Oh, yes, let's have Special Agent Sugar Cube report on that. Or as the subtitles repeatedly put it, Cube Sugar.
Quote unquote as well. Quote unquote, cube sugar.
Not, Sugar Cube. The thing that
He's eating.
constantly and is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Cube Sugar.
Just cube sugar.
And the long, square-faced Runarada goon who let Eve go that time and didn't give a shit about anything ever, and that we are identified as bringing tea into the newspaper room a few episodes ago, comes in.
We did it.
We did it.
We predicted the future.
Oh my god.
How did we do it? With
Through
relative
basic
ease.
paying attention to media.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Quick cutaway to the Genoards on the dock, waiting for Dallas to be pulled up. And Don Runarada was talking to Senator Barium in the car, being like, can you at least let her see her brother? Oh no, that would be an information leak. Now, if she wanted to stay in the secure facility with him forever, then that's another thing entirely.
Well, shit, all right.
Shit.
Dig him up.
Cube Sugar. Well done, Cube Sugar.
Why are you calling him cube sugar?
Because the subtitles did it, and it's funny because it's bad.
Oh.
And he's like, would anyone like a Cube Sugar?
I'm good, thanks.
And the director says, yes, please, from behind his big pile of paper.
Nick and... What's the other guy's name?
Elian.
Elliot. Nick and Elian are like, what? The director wants a cube sugar?
And Cube Sugar slowly walks in amongst the pile, and they all look very concerned and shocked about this.
And we hear the snap of a sugar cube being eaten by the director, and then Cube Sugar walks back out.
Yep,
the
and that's
director's
that.
The director's like, thank you, Cube Sugar. That's all.
In the train station.
It's...
This is going to be shortly after the events of the train, I assume.
Yeah.
Because the senator's wife and daughter come in to see Rachel. Thank you for saving me, Rachel. That's all right.
No worries. That's fine.
Thank you for saving my daughter, Rachel. Here's my husband.
That's totally cool, man. I'm real happy right now.
Yeah, I'm well adjusted.
Senator walks up. Thank you for your patronage.
Here's a big envelope full of portraits of rare American presidents.
They just so happen to be circled and fully in green hue. And
Green Huey Laferret.
Green Huey Laferret bucks. So she gets what, like...
It's all company script for Laferret's cult.
So she gets like $100.
We don't know how
more
much it is.
Of
It's
old
and
money.
it's past money.
Yeah, so it's a lot of money.
Just a big wad of cash.
And she's all like, hey, what the fuck is
She's
this?
going to angrily throw it back at him, but then she sees Senator's wife's daughter waving from the doorway, and she's like, oh, I can't upset her.
I've been emotionally bankrupt. If I did, I'm going to sit back down and know my place. Fuck.
Well, I guess she won't need to steal rides on trains anymore, says Nicholas. Nicholas, says the director, I told you to stop joking about that. Now, here in the final episode of Baccano, let me tell you the tragic backstory of this ancillary character.
Oh, tell me
You
more.
see, as we mentioned before, Rachel's father was a railway engineer. And when she was young, A train accident occurred because of a damaged piece of equipment, and he took the blame for that.
Oh, catastrophe.
Despite this bit of disappointment and bitterness, he still loved big, beautiful trains.
He couldn't get enough of them. Every day in, day out, he'd go to his job and be like, I love them. I hate them, but I love them.
Rachel must have inherited these mixed feelings towards trains. So she loves trains, so she helps the passengers. But she hates trains, so she rides for free.
It's the classic love-hate train relationship.
Yeah.
Big, beautiful dad train love. Of course. It's the classic backstory.
It's like how I love media, so I'll watch it a lot, but I hate corporations, so I'll steal it.
You pay for Netflix. Oh, dear. I love that. It's like, man, Netflix is pretty morally bankrupt. Yeah.
Well, no more than any other corporation.
You want to buy Netflix? Yeah, I'll pay for a bit of Netflix. Yeah, sure, no worries. Damn this capitalist
Rachel
society.
angrily buys a big wad of cash's worth of tickets.
Hey, you at the booth. The booth. Hey, you. Let me tell you about Q theory. All right. No, fuck you. I'm not telling you about Q theory.
QAnon shit.
What, Q theory?
Yeah.
No, Q theory is literally the theory of queues. Like I had
Like
to,
lines?
yeah, like I had to study it. Like queues at a bank or at a train station or at PAX or any other convention where you're standing around being like, I want to see this thing, but people are in the way. Q theory. Genuinely
Not to
fascinating.
be accused with QAnon theory.
So this guy's all like, oh yeah, sure, I'll listen to this. And she's like, no, give me as many tickets as you can with all this dirty money. And he's all like, to where?
Anywhere.
Anywhere's fine. It's not about the destination. It's about the ride.
So
He's
what
like-
happened back in the office? What happened to Vino? And Nicholas is like, I don't know anything about what happened to Vino.
And the director's like, oh, Nick,
Back
you
at
know.
that conversation that Rachel and Cheslaw were having that Claire wandered into. Hey, you remember me, Cheslaw? I'm the rail tracer. I killed you several times last night.
Cheslaw immediately is like,
Cheslaw literally runs away screaming.
like a child.
Yeah, but it was like a delayed fuse because like 30 seconds pass.
Yep. Because he realizes, oh, you were covered in blood.
Just waiting for that trauma counter to tick down. Oh, that was weird that he ran away. Hey, you want to go get some lunch and you can help me with my girl trouble, Rachel?
And Rachel's all like,
Not really.
I don't see why
but
I
I
would.
will.
Free lunch is free lunch. You
Yeah.
know? I'm not into getting paid
Can
to
you
do
believe
things.
that's a rap on Cheslaw?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can. I was right there with you when it happened. I went,
Cheslaw deserved a better ending.
nah, I reckon that's a pretty good
Let him at
ending.
least go back and walk with Ennis again. Can you believe that was a rap on Ennis?
No, but Ennis is happy with the dominoes.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Is Cheslaw with the dominoes
No.
at the end? Oh, that's a shame. Well, that's a wrap on Cheslaw.
I'm not a conductor anymore. Let's go get lunch.
And Rachel's all like, I don't go out and get food with my clients, but okay.
The dominoes are falling. Everyone is joyous.
Oh, they're falling! Go!
Firo is pleased, even though he accidentally knocked them over. Wow, you're the most into it of anyone. The white-haired woman Sylvie watches from a booth.
Sylvie. From who knows where.
They're all pleased. The dominoes are falling and they're all pleased. Firo, you're a real dominist, say Isaac and Maria.
You're a real protagonist
Regular
energy.
dominatrix.
You got that real domino effect to your
Miser.
stride.
Miser is quietly clapping. Ha ha ha. And in the background we see Sylvie leaving.
And Miser goes,
Little Italy.
the American flag dominates.
And in the background, the Italian flag.
Oh, so it is.
Rachel
still.
and Claire are having lunch. Well, if I'm going to help you with your girl trouble, would you tell me your name at least? Well, they used to call me Claire Stanfield, and also the assassin Vino, and also the rail tracer, but I'm kind of looking for a new name.
Sounds like that would be the first port of call, is to figure out what your name is before you talk to this girl again. So
I'm
she-
Rachel.
Oh, did she not actually say her name up until this point?
No, she did.
Oh, okay, good.
Like, we, the audience, knew because of her conversations with the director of the Daily Days,
Yeah.
but Claire didn't.
Did Claire... Wait, no, I thought... She didn't say I'm Rachel here in this scene.
Yeah.
She did? No.
Here's the photograph of it. I'm Rachel.
Oh my god. I did not notice that bit. Okay.
So Rachel, girl trouble. Well, I'm not like other girls. Hashtag not like other girls.
Yep,
So
yep.
I'm
I
not
can
really,
relate.
oh, don't worry. She's an even bigger weirdo than you are.
All right, that's not the best start. Okay,
So
we need
first
to...
of all, let's talk about sensitive language.
Okay, you know, you can say things, and then there are things you shouldn't say. Okay?
I don't really get it because I'm a psychopath.
Look, I like to kill people.
I'm kind of like Hannibal Lecter, but with more acrobatics.
So basically, he just surmises that he typically will ask almost anyone to marry him at all times.
Yeah, but this time it's sticking.
This time it's like, she said yes? Kinda? And now he wants to find her and be like, we'll be together
I
forever.
don't think I'll ever stop loving her.
I mean,
Until I do.
can you imagine the
This
way she works those knives?
very good pasta eating Corey as he's talking. He's like jamming the penne, then close up on the penne, and then
Now, his technique is worrying because he's... You know how you would normally hold a fork with like
a pencil kind of.
kind of, but like if you're poking, your finger would be on top.
He's doing it like a knife.
Yeah, he's
like a
all-
knife stabbing a human.
Yeah, like backhand, like full fist clenched and being all like, yeah, into it.
But he eats it, and I assume it's good because he doesn't murder everyone in the restaurant.
He reminisces about her beautiful expressionless face, the way that she tried to kill him. You know, just those good times they had together.
And he's blushing.
The first time he's blushed in a long, long time.
We assume.
Well, he is an assassin. He's probably blushed a bit at how much he's murdered people, but you know, it's...
That's it. I'll do anything to get her to love me. I don't know what that was.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Well, maybe you should go find her. Actually, I already know where she is. You see, back when Eve Genoward went to the Gandor restaurant to find her brother, Nicholas, the information shop broker, sneaked up to listen to the door behind them, and I slammed his head against a rail and asked him where she was, and then he wouldn't answer, so I held him over the railroad tracks on a train going really fast, and then he told me.
Famously in the Chicago rail,
I didn't pick up on that.
because they're in Chicago.
No, they're not. They're in New York.
They're in New York?
Yes, Nick.
Oh! Fuck! The
People-
Flying Pussyfoot went to New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went via Chicago.
I thought they left at Chicago. And
That's when Jacuzzi and Co. got onto it.
Okay.
It's a
Alright.
transcontinental express, Nicholas.
God damn. Tell you what, I don't know enough about trains.
Or Baccano.
Wow. Wow.
It's like you watched this show 2 episodes at a time over approximately 3 months and things didn't really stick.
I mean, it was a bit of a hot mess. A Baccano, if you will.
He grabs him and for like the 4th time this episode says, "They used to call me Claire Stanfield, and also the young conductor on the Flying Pussyfoot, and also the rail tracer, but I don't really have a name right now, so tell me what I want to know."
And Nick's all like, I'll fucking tell you!
And that's why we know Nick is scared of the rail tracer.
Because he was...
Almost
Cheslord.
murdered by him.
He was almost Cheslord.
And this time, it would have stuck.
Because he's not immortal. That we know of.
And then quick flash to when Shana got kidnapped, and it turns out Claire was hiding behind a phone booth the whole time, being like, wow, she's wearing the dress I sent her. I guess I should go rescue her. And that's how we found her at the
Yeah.
warehouse.
He's talking to this kid, being
oh
like,
yeah, some kid eating a lollipop.
should I go after her?
The kidnapper
Should I-
talks.
Should I go? Should I? No, I should. Maybe I. Well, if I do, I mean, is that too forward? Because I did ask her to marry me.
Oh, so you're saying I should go. Great, thanks, kid.
Ah, you're a good guy.
And he runs off.
Fuck
Back
you,
at the
Ahmed.
warehouse. Again, another moment where the first moments of the fight, Corey, undisputably decide how it's going. As Graham throws his big spanner with one of his big acrobatic spanner throws at Claire's head, Claire effortlessly catches it and throws it back.
Et voila.
And now we know that Claire will not lose and will not struggle.
Yeah. So then we have a bit of a fight scene where Claire doesn't lose nor struggle.
He's leaping around, he Goomba stomps him, he lands on the wrench. I'm invincible, nobody can beat me.
And Graham's all like, I guess that's true.
And then Claire is upside down on the wrench with his acrobatic abilities, and they do a Spider-Man kiss.
They basically just end the fight with neither of them winning or losing.
Graham's like, I got bored of this now. I'm gonna go away forever. Jacuzzi and friends, you can use this warehouse.
Anyway, it's still mine. Bye!
Graham out.
Graham leaves with all of his goons. That's a wrap on Graham.
Yep, a man who came into the story and talked a lot and didn't really say anything. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Boy, oh boy. What a smash
What a
mouth.
guy. And yet the spectre of Graham will haunt us till our dying days.
When I go to sleep at night in a warehouse, I'm going to think to myself, boy, that Graham spectre sure is haunting me.
Niece, let's get out of here. Graham's okay. Chane looks like she's in love with that weird guy who...
Graham's okay?
Yep, Graham's okay.
Okay.
He left.
Oh, okay. Chane's looking deep into
Chane
that
has
guy's eyes.
sparkling anime eyes.
And then we cut to the streets.
Sylvie has left the domino parlor and walks past a blonde-haired man who is one of the Camorrista goons. who we've never really had much to do with, but he's been in the background a couple of times. And then she passes Mr. Elmer, the happy man from the Advena Avis.
The smiling guy.
Yeah, wanted everyone to smile and be happy
Fell
all
off
the time.
after his handstand.
Hey there, Sylvie. It's been a long time since we've talked to each other.
Monsieur Elmer.
Nope.
Mr. Elmer. It's a pleasure to see you again.
I almost didn't recognise you because you're a few years older looking than when we last... Oh, well, I figured I'd wait a few years to become immortal and refine myself. Smart. Cheslaw should have done it.
Yeah, Chesler should absolutely have done that. But he was young. Naive.
Foolish. Had a psychopathic guardian who just wanted a child to abuse. So
Yeah, he was but a dumb child.
Cheslaw really drew the short straw.
But you know what else he drew? Those
Blood.
Sweet fucking Happy Meals for his entire
Oh,
life.
yeah. Cheslaw's cup runneth over when market capitalism introduces fast food to the world.
Oh, man.
The boy who ate Zillard reminds me of Gredo, my fiancé from when we were on the ship. And in fact, that's not surprising because he contains his memes now, and so in a sense is him. As Hideo Kojima would tell us.
Oh, God.
Right?
Here we go. He does.
He does.
But also his genes.
We don't really know how alchemy works in that
No,
sense.
well, we don't know how the eating process works. But in theory, both his genes and his memes are in him. Thus, he is him.
But also, he is him and more because he has his own context as well as Zillard's. And, like, I assume it's a transitive property. If you eat someone that Zillard ate, you also get.
If he has all of his memories.
If he has all of Zillard's memories, and Zillard remembers Gredo's memories, and presumably Firo has Gredo's memories.
Yeah, that's how that works.
And Sylvia's like, I thought about eating Firo so that I could be one with Gredo forever, but he seems nice. He's got real protagonist energy.
Yeah, he's got protagonist energy. You can't do that to the protagonist.
I half expected this scene to end with Elmer being like, haha, now I am villainous, eat Sylvie.
No, I was expecting them to just walk away, be like, all right, bye. And then it did.
Yep.
Like, oh. So they
Sylvie's like, bye, Elmer, you're nothing to me, I'm going now. But it's been 200 years.
Yeah, and it'll be 200 more.
I sing in the clubs around here, so why don't you come see me sometime?
Oh, I thought it was going to be a romantic
She's got kind of
relationship.
femme fatale energy, like, I'll see you around sometime, kid.
Look, just come on by and I'll give you a drink, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Well, neither did I. And that's why you won't see me around, buddy.
Elmer walks down the street a little while longer and sees the blonde smoking mobster that I mentioned before.
Yep.
And is like, oh, it's you. You're the demon from the Advena Avis.
Smacks him on the back as he's smoking.
Yep.
Starts
Swallows
coughing.
the cigarette.
Starts coughing relentlessly.
I knew I'd recognize you even in a human form because that's just the kind of energy you have. Back in 1711, as Elmer is drowning and he got the wish from the devil, it's like, I want you to look after Miser.
Is that seriously all that you
Until
want?
you see him laugh out loud, and then surely you'll be happy and laugh too.
Really? I'll laugh? I'll smile?
You're a pretty fucking weird guy, Elmer.
Tell you what, I'm going to let you live.
I've lived for 200 years, and that's... I don't know why I'm doing this voice. He's got kind of a Cockney accent, doesn't he?
I'll live for 200 years.
Oh, I've lived for
I'm Sean...
accents. I gotta lock into it.
I'm a young Sean Connery. I don't have the wispy
See,
what's
seems to me that it's pretty fucking weird that people being like, oh, we can't do Sean Connery accents anymore after he died. And like, that would be the thing to break it for you and not say the fact that he went on TV multiple times and talks about how it's okay to beat women.
I mean, either way, you know, it's all the same sort of shit. Is he alive? Is he dead? No one knows because we're all doing
Well, we
Sean
know
Connery
he's dead.
Oh. But is he?
Yeah.
Well,
And the world is a better place for it.
oh, but am I dead? No, he's dead. No, I can't do it.
I've lived for 200 years, so now I know that life has no meaning. But that's why it's better for everyone to be happy. Because if there's no higher purpose, you may as well enjoy yourself.
Come, let me shag you in the alley.
Have you ever seen Zardoz?
The fuck is Zardoz?
Zardoz, the Sean Connery movie, where it's like a sci-fi parable of the Wizard of Oz, and he wears like a weird red wool mankini.
A red wool mankini.
He goes into a cave and ages into skeletons.
Oh, okay, sure.
The giant floating head that chases you through the highlands.
really
Zardoz.
This really is Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and Zardoz, it's like a contraction of Wizard of Oz.
Ah, interesting.
It's not a good movie.
No, of course not. But they don't half-ass you with the ending of like, oh, it was never a wizard at all. It's just like, oh no, it's 100% a big bad floating head. Don't get me wrong. Oh, that outfit. Is that what it's from? Yeah, no, I've seen this. Yeah.
Zardoz.
I haven't seen the movie. I didn't know that was Sean. I thought that I'm not gonna lie. I thought that wasn't Sean Connery. I thought that was a random Russian actor from like a bad B film.
Beyond 1984, beyond 2001, beyond love, beyond death. Zardoz.
Jesus Christ.
And now you know the rest of the story.
That is an outfit.
In the far future, a savage trained only to kill finds a way into the community of border mortals that alone preserve humanity's achievements.
Of that Mankini question mark?
I've never done a Sean Connery voice before. I like it. Maybe
Everyone does.
Maybe I'll talk like that forever now. This will just be my regular speaking voice.
I don't know if I like this direction that your
Hey
voice
everyone, and welcome to JoJo's World.
Hey.
Sometimes, if you see a spousal abuser, you've just got to give them a good slap. So they know what it's like. And then you break their neck and step on it. And the world will be a better place without them.
Keep talking about abusing the abuser. Yep.
That's what we call a cycle of violence.
Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe just like, I don't know, talk it through with them.
I'm Liam S. Smith, here to say, defund the police.
That's better. I like that. Nick likes that.
You can't reform this.
You can't reform this shit. So get rid of the only stability in the country.
Well, it's got to be replaced with like a system of social care and support.
What about the people that have guns already? What then, man? What then?
Anyway, keep taking care of Misa. And then Carol and the vice director,
The vice president.
are walking past, and they're back in the show.
And they're like, and as you can see, Carol,
we exist in the universe of the story that is being told.
But when does it end? There is no ending, Carol.
There is no ending to the story, Carol. Carol. For you see, Carol, stories are just a social construct, Carol. Stories are just a bit of capitalism used to sell discrete moments of time to the masses. You see, Carol, everyone in the story has a life both before and after what we consider the story, Carol. Hey, Carol, turn your head to the right and watch a rat get run over in the street, Carol. Keep looking, Carol.
Look at the dead rat, Carol. Don't you recognize it?
And the rat reforms.
And we recognize it's the white rat
that Mr. Barnes hit with a hammer to determine that the serum worked.
That's a good callback. That
is a good callback.
Carol is still confused regarding, but why do people make these bite-sized chunks of capitalist entertainment? And the director's all like, or the vice president just goes, well, Carol, I could give you 1 billion answers.
Carol, it's just easier that way. Just go with it. It's basically the thrust of it.
It's more or less, it's fun. Don't you like fun, you dumb bitch? Would you take this away from me, Carol? Would you have me not enjoy my life,
in my
Carol?
dying days, Carol?
Oh, you would, wouldn't you, Carol?
You
3 points,
you
Carol.
vile little minx, Carol.
I could take your life from you with
I'm not even entirely sure what your job is, Carol. You're like 6 years old.
Oh, please don't make me... No, Carol, we're done with this train of thought now. I just want to go back to my home and listen to the radio.
The wireless.
Carol, you've ruined my day, and everything's a shit show now. Oh, sorry, boss. No, Carol, no more.
And the moral of the story, I guess, is that life goes on, so you should try to enjoy it. And we see...
And avoid Carol wherever you
Sylvie and Graham and co. and all our protagonists having life.
Yep, so Claire's all like, oh, we're getting married.
Hey, Shanae, it's me, Claire. Why don't we just be friends?
That's not what happens at all.
It is.
No, it's not.
Let's just start out as friends, and then maybe you'll figure out if you love me.
And then she's all like, turn head a bit, and then we cut away.
And then Lad, in his prison cell, in his straitjacket, with his bandages on, starts to grin maniacally.
Who'd have seen that coming?
And digging up the barrel of toxic waste
deep within the Houston River
that is presumed to have the toxic waste man that is Dallas Genoward.
There's no other toxic waste in it, but he's in there.
I was just speaking jocularly.
However,
he's not.
When they look in there, the cement's been cracked. The playing cards are still there.
But no Dallas.
No Dallas.
So my question for you, Nick, is this what actually happened? Like, is he not in there? Or based on that conversation that Don Rinarada and Senator Berriem had, have they spirited him away?
So that he can't say anything to anyone ever again. Well, that's up for interpretation.
Yep.
Because the vice president was like, it's fun.
Cheslaw and Ennis are walking down the street hand in hand. They walk past a sign that says
Cheslaw does have a thing.
Vegeta.
It's vegetable.
No, I didn't get all the photo. Like,
In this photo, it says Vegeta.
yeah, it says Vegeta.
Wait a minute, hang on a second. Vegeta. Yeah, it'll be vegetable.
No.
Oh my god, it's
That's
just
the full
Vegeta.
thing. It's just Vegeta.
Full stop. It's literally Vegeta full stop.
Yeah,
What?
Vegeta. I got Vegeta here.
Hey, what are you coming into my street? You don't got Vegeta? Come on in here.
Correct.
Hey, Kakarot, get in here.
Ennis. Rachel angrily throws a fistful of train tickets into the bin.
And then she looks down at her
She could have
work.
given them to people for free rides.
No, they shouldn't have to deal with the tragedy of the trains.
Elian and Nicholas leave the director's office and grin mischievously at each other.
Oh, we got plenty of work to do now.
Huey sits alone in his cell, and everyone's watching the dominoes, which form a big Chinese dragon,
Nice.
with a sort of vaguely Ouroboros shape to it.
Oh, Ouroboros, the snake which eats itself.
Snake, which had a rib removed so it can eat itself.
Jesus fucking Christ. Literally every philosopher is just like, oh, fuck. That makes so much more sense. Although, have you seen that video of the snake that does eat itself?
No.
It's just slowly but surely just...
How does that work out for it?
It dies, I'm pretty sure, because it chokes on
That
itself.
makes sense.
It's just like, this guy's filming it. I think he's like from the south, maybe. He's filming the snake. He's like, the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
Weird.
And everyone's like, Ouroboros, he has awakened.
The rat runs through the street happily. It looks at the camera and it winks.
Hey, it's a Mickey.
And instead of that being the ending like maybe it should have been, then it's 1930 and Isaac and Maria in their father and their nun outfits are running through the street being chased by the police tossing money, and they're like, haha, now Dallas and Eve Genoward will have to get along because we've stolen and given away all that old man's money. Let's go to California to dig up gold, just like in episode 2. That's how we got there.
Oh, that's nice.
And now, literally, you know the rest of the story.
If you didn't know that by now, fuck, you didn't need to.
Everyone is happy. Goodbye.
Well, for now, I mean, they're not going to be happy in the future, right? They're not going to...
Isaac and Maria will be.
Nice.
And
Nice. And that's a Baccano, baby.
that was indeed a Baccano.
How'd you feel about a Baccano, Liam?
Good.
So did I.
This was not JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the only anime worth watching, but despite that, it was enjoyable.
I agree.
I'm glad you think so, because I made you watch it.
Now, next anime we watch, though, is going to be a hell of a fucking risk.
Nick, did you feel like this one made sense in the end? Could you keep track of the story?
More or less.
It comes together.
It was weird that the conductor's thing was at the back of the train, but I just sort of went with it and went, okay, all right, sure. That's where it is. What was it called? It was,
The caboose?
the caboose at the end of the train.
I'm surprised that's new
why
terminology.
butts are called caboose.
Is this new to you?
Yes, because they're at the back.
Yes, Nick.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep, that makes so much more sense.
Who was your favourite Baccano? Nick, shut up. Before you answer that, we should do our highlights and lowlights.
Oh, yeah, true. What was your highlight for these episodes?
These 2 episodes.
Humdinger.
Good ones, good ones. I liked the...
I like
No, actually, I'm going to make that my lowlight.
what? I like the part where we got to see the vice president.
And Carol?
Does the vice president have a name?
No.
Okay, good. The vice president and Carol discussing the end of the series, and then the rat gets run over.
And he holds her face.
he holds her
and
head
like,
going like,
keep looking at it, Carol.
Look at the rat, Carol.
And she's so upset.
She's so upset. That bit just made me go, oh, this is good shit. This is good shit.
This is that primo shit.
You know how when you're like, I haven't got any internet, I can't go on live leak for my like death videos.
I don't really want to.
And then suddenly it's like, keep watching, Carol. Like just that one bit, I was like, God damn,
yeah,
this reminds me of why I watch
30s, they
anime.
had to make their own snuff films.
They had to get 2 people in a room
They were
and be
called
like,
snuff plays because they were live.
they had to be all like, back in the day, we had to make our porn, all right? So they just got 2 people in a room.
Back in the day,
Fuck
we had
now.
to have our own sex.
What? How the fuck would you
Anyway,
do that? Anyway. So that's my highlight is the Vice President, Carol. What's your highlight?
So many moments to pick from.
I know. So many lowlights with Graham Spector.
Yes. I like something to do with jacuzzi.
Which one? The bit on the window? The bit in the thing, the warehouse?
Okay, yeah, there were enough lowlights to pick from, so I will say that I liked in jacuzzi on the window with Nice. But I feel like it should have been in the televised episodes.
Yes, it really should have been. Lowlights.
Graham talks too much for certain.
Was that the entire lowlight?
Maybe.
I know my lowlight, without a fucking doubt, would not in fact involve Graham.
Wow.
It would involve Claire and Rachel sitting at that fucking restaurant talking
I also think
about nothing.
the structure of that final episode, like, I understand they are going for this thematic life goes on, story stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, jumping from the cliffhanger of, Claire and Graham are going to fight to like 15 minutes of debriefing the Daily Days boys.
And having a conversation over some penne.
Yeah.
It's a bit like, okay.
It's a bit low energy.
But like that specific
But
conversation.
I suppose this whole 3-episode arc is kind of an epilogue in itself.
Well, yeah, but that whole thing in the restaurant, or at the restaurant, because they're not in it, was just like, so, you want to marry this girl? It's like, yeah, I do. It's like, cool.
I kind of feel like
That could have been it.
I kind of feel like these whole 3 episodes would have been better served without the Graham stuff, because then it would all be epilogue-y life goes on.
It would have been 2 episodes, not 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas it feels like they're trying to shoehorn in like another quote-unquote arc.
And just trying to be like, no, it's meta.
Graham, he's a threat in and of himself, except he just kind of gives up and goes home.
Do you reckon it'd be better if they split out his constant ravings into like a full 14-part series?
Yeah, if they did a season 2, it would have been a bit more
Palatable.
diluted.
Yeah. And then he could have talked a bit, we could have had something, could have talked a bit, could have had something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a show called, I want to say like Durarararara.
Do you mean Dororo Hetero?
No.
With the big lizard head?
No.
Hero.
I'll check it out.
Not Bobobo.
No.
Okay.
Hey, here's a newsflash. Anime has fucking stupid names.
What are you talking about? Fate Stay Night is a perfectly sensible name.
Durarararara, 2 exclamation points, often shortened to DRRR exclamation point.
Durr!
From what I understand...
What's the sound that the thing from Mario makes?
Oh, the womp and the fall.
that noise?
Yeah, that's good. Also written by Ryoko Narita.
Oh.
It's sort of stylistically similar to Baccano in that it's got a lot going on.
Okay.
It's a regular Baccano in that sense. But from what I remember, I've never watched it, though my former housemate was a big fan of it. It's like takes place in modern day Japan. It's got some sort of urban fantasy elements. One of the characters is a modern day headless horsewoman who rides a motorcycle.
Okay.
It seems interesting. If you like Baccano, you'll probably like it, but you'll never know if you like Baccano because you can't watch it anywhere.
It's literally not available.
Except for the secret subterranean
vaults of the internet.
Yep.
There's also the theory that it's been superseded by this one. So maybe this is the new Baccano. Same plot, same characters.
Anyway, I'm not going to watch it, but you might. You listen to an anime podcast, you probably like anime a lot.
No, I don't.
I'm not talking to you, Nick. I'm talking to the listener.
Oh, is that why you're not looking at me?
I'll never look at you. If you trace back our friendship, Nick, I have never looked directly at you.
I've never looked in your eyes. I've never looked at your smile.
Yeah, I'm like Ellen. Do not look at me in the eyes.
Keep your eyes down.
Okay.
So next up.
Well, hang on. No.
What?
I cut you off before. Nick, who was your favourite Baccano?
Oh, who is my favourite Baccano?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We've got to do a debrief on Baccano.
I mean, obviously, Isaac and Maria are by far my favourite Baccano.
Yeah, on my first watch, they were definitely my faves.
Just, mwah.
I think I've really come around on my second watch, separated by over a decade as they were, by on Claire Stanfield. Because having remembered who he was, like, midway through episode 1 or 2, it was nice to see those early hints as to his whole deal.
Ah, okay. So you're a big psychopathic assassin fanboy
I stan Claire Stanfield.
I stand by the Stanfield
Also, I've been watching Hannibal a lot lately, so
so
maybe
that's
I'm just
probably-
really
yeah.
into murderers
Yeah, you
right
might
now.
really enjoy a charismatic murderer. Yeah.
I tweeted on the JoJo's World Twitter account this past week watching the Hannibal Season 2 finale that this one episode has all of the top 10 anime betrayals.
It's got your what's
You
his
don't need
face?
to know, it'll be
Your other
spoiling.
guy, the dude man. You know, they're all there.
Of course, Mads Mikkelsen, best known for his seminal role in
Swear to God.
Hideo Kojima's magnum
my
opus,
God.
Death Stranding.
Oh, what a guy.
Nick, who was your least favourite Baccano?
My least favorite Baccano.
Mine was Graham.
Graham was a bit of a shit, wasn't he?
Brought him in too late, spoke too much about nothing, did too little, gave up and went home at the end after a mild inconvenience.
Gotta say, maybe mine might actually just be...
Cube Sugar?
No. How dare you? How dare you imply a single bad thing about Cube Sugar, okay? That man knows what he's about.
That's my SoundCloud rapper name.
I want to say... Trevor really did do fuck all, didn't he?
Who's Trevor?
I mean, not Trevor, Graham. They both have 2-syllable names.
Trevor's my dad's name.
Trevor really did fuck all, didn't he? No, Graham really was just kind of...
Extraneous.
Anytime he came on screen, I was like, oh,
In
God,
a series
here we go.
full of too many characters with their own shit going on, Graham was one character too many with too much of his own shit going on.
He was an unwanted addition that Lad Russo already filled out, and we went there. It was
I
like,
feel like
okay.
Lua was underserviced by the show too.
Yeah, Lua was a
She's just
shame.
kind of a prop for Lad.
But Lua, at the very least, was like, do you want to kill me now?
Yeah.
And she had
She
something
was
that...
intriguing in
Yeah.
her own right.
She was mysterious and a lustful...
Likewise, Miser didn't
Suicidal
really
person.
do much in the main thrust of the show, but had enough backstory baggage to carry him through.
Yeah.
The Gandors,
They did some shit. They killed people.
mostly luck though, and the other two kind of existed as an extension of luck.
Yeah. The Runeradas did fuck all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck the Runeradas.
Fuck the
Coming out and
Runeradas,
saying,
man.
I don't care who comes after me,
What if the Runeradas come
they'll
up?
never find me.
They don't know where you live.
At the base of the Hudson River.
Oh, shit.
So Nick, what's next on Baccano?
What's the name of this fucking show?
Well, Nick, next, of course, we're going to do another couple of episodes of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 1990s OVA.
Hell yes.
Then we will see if we have any access to the live-action adaptation of Thus Spoke Kashibe Rohan being released in December. If we can access that in a understandable format at all.
Yes.
At some point, we'll touch on the news of these JoJo radio events. And then we will explore the abstract symbolism and
Deep metaphorical
psychological
nature.
lesbian sword fighting of
What's it called?
revolutionary girl Utena,
Revolutionary Girl. Utena.
in which Utena is a revolutionary girl who enrolls in a school and has to have a bunch of sword fights to protect some sort of princess girl.
Revolutionary Girl. How do you spell Utena?
Utena. Utena. Or Utena, we'll find out.
Utena. Yep.
Yep.
Revolutionary Girl. Utena.
So we'll probably do like the first arc of episodes of that because it's it's one of those long boys.
It's like 26 episodes or something.
50 episodes or something.
It's 50
I don't
episodes?
know. So we'll probably do the first arc of that, which will be like 13 episodes, and then do a capstone with the movie, which is like a abridged retelling of the whole thing.
Oh,
maybe,
nice.
maybe with an alternate ending, I'm not sure.
Cool. I like that.
The only thing I know about it is that it has a lot of abstract symbolism. It's very gay, and that the color red is used to symbolize characters engaging in like self-empowerment.
And control
Yeah.
of one's life. Eating a giant bowl of penne pasta and going, yes.
Yeah, the red-haired Claire Stanfield is in perfect control of himself at all times.
Dude,
But-
I really feel like pasta now after Claire Stanfield ate that pasta.
But that's a Baccano for another time,
Thank you for listening to our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion show.
where we recapped and discussed
Baccano.
Baccano.
Hey, you were coming to me? You come and get my Vegeta, huh?
Yep. I thought I had something, but it left me.
You're just like,
The spirit left
that's
me.
for next episode, much like Dragon Ball Z.
It's been an enjoyable time.
I agree. I'm looking forward to more JoJo,
Me too.
and I'm also looking forward to this insane lesbian sword fighting anime, which
Okay, so I want to put it out there that, like, I'm not just pulling this, like, gay sword fighting / lesbian sword fighting like, thing out of my ass.
No,
like, they sleep on, like, a bed which has, like imagine, like, a Z shape.
Uh-huh.
So there's 2, like, beds for them to lie on. Then in between them is, like, a designated hand-holding zone of mattress.
What if they're really good friends? Like, what? I mean, come on, you can't sleep alone. They're like otters. They hold hands so they don't float away.
It's like such, like, unrequited gay longing in the whole thing.
Oh, I'm so keen. Gonna love it. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be a good feel-good anime, you know? Yeah.
Anyway, patreon.com/JoJo's World.
It's a good time. It's a good place.
We're talking about pivoting that to like a tip jar format and focusing on the main feed a bit more going forward. Just a heads up for our patrons for probably December onward. Just be aware of that.
We'll do some Jojo Raimo stuff there pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna...
It's a bit delayed just because of life, but we're each writing our own fan fiction. I'm going to curate a selection of other ones.
And then we'll just read them out.
Yep.
We'll just read that shit out.
But yes, probably from next year onward, possibly from starting in December, we'll be looking at...
next year onwards, possibly in December.
Yeah, it's all pretty vague. It's pretty undefined.
We don't know what's happening.
It's loosey-goosey, baby.
This is our podcast, goddammit.
Yeah, using the Patreon just for much appreciated support, but seeing as, you know, looking at both our listener base and our income needs and versus our time needs, dropping occasional bonus things into the main feed rather than having a Patreon exclusive feed.
Which would be fun, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get yours.
Jesus.
And until then,
To be continued. God, I love our listeners.
Arrivederci.